Alrighty, we're ready to begin, and I think I touched my microphone a little weird, so hopefully you didn't hear like a little clanging noise. God, I hope so. I hope not, I don't hope so. If you did, that's not so great, but whatever. It's the pre-stream. It doesn't matter that much. We're just waiting for people to join in. Waiting for people to join in and get a decent amount of viewers, and then we'll begin in about a little under 40 seconds. Yeah, now it's 30 seconds. So we're gonna be beginning soon. And then I'll introduce myself and everything. Okay, well actually, let me make sure the stream is paused in the background because I don't really need that playing. I don't need any extra distractions. I need to stay in the game. I need to stay on the ball. That's the key thing. Now, hopefully my audio levels are good. Hopefully the music and my voice is alright. I probably should have asked that earlier, but oh well, let's begin this shit already. Haha, yes. Alright, complete. Okay, cool. Greetings, I'm your host, Dr. Wolfula, and welcome to Dr. Wolfula After Dark. Now, hopefully my sidebar chat is updating. Yes, it is. Good. Good, it is updating. Now, unfortunately, I can't hear my own theme music. I wish I could, but I have it set up in OBS Streamlabs where I can't hear it myself, so hopefully it's a decent volume. Hopefully it's not too loud. But, I guess that doesn't really make sense. Greetings, I'm your host, Dr. Wolfula. I might have already said that, but welcome to Dr. Wolfula After Dark, where I pretty much just, chill out with you folks. Chat for an hour or so, and, let you guys know the latest things happening in the world of horror, and also in the world of my videos. Let's begin with the announcements, and then we'll get to the Q&A. All right, announcements time, yes. Now, this is pretty much the main thing you need to be paying attention to if you watch the Fright Life videos. If you watch my videos, guess what? There's going to be a Gulag channel, a Goulash spin-off channel. I'm going to give it like 6 months to hopefully be a success. So hopefully it is, and hopefully folks subscribe to it. But yeah, there's a link in the description to the new Gulag channel. We're going to be covering Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. I'm going to be having a little guest spot, just to, lead the ship. Hopefully the Gulag channel works out. It's going to basically be a channel dedicated to, kiddie, family-friendly horrors. The stuff that got you into the horror genre before you watched any of the R-rated stuff that I cover. So that's going to be basically what the spin-off is. So definitely check it out. There's going to be stuff like Addams Family, Beetlejuice, Erie, Indiana, Goosebumps, more Goosebumps, and, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Stuff like that, essentially. So if you're interested in that stuff, definitely subscribe, because it's nearly at 3,000 subscribers. Okay, enough Gulag promoting. I hate the fact that I'm promoting the Gulag. God, I feel dirty. I'm going to promote my thing now. Dr. Wolfula's Movie Night. I'm going to be having a movie stream, a private movie stream with Patreon and channel members tomorrow night at March 20th, Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time / 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Going to be watching Land of the Dead. So if you're interested in watching that with me, consider supporting the channel. You get a little bonus stream. And also, I'm currently having a little private Q&A with supporters. With me and Goulash, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, enough self-indulgent self-promotion. Let's get to your questions. God. Okay, alright, enough of that. Okay, question time. Let me see. Jared Jams has a super chat. What is your Jimmy Jam? I don't know what that means exactly, Jimmy. Or Jared. Actually, your name is Jared, but thank you for the super chat. I don't know what a Jimmy Jam is, though. Let me think. I can't even, begin to assume what a Jimmy Jam is. Hopefully it's not like when you put on, a condom and it gets jammed in there somehow. Hopefully that's not what it is. God, I hope not. But thank you for the super chat. And Serpenthrope also has a super chat. What's Goulash's punishment if his channel fails? That's a good question, Serpenthrope. I like that. Honestly, his ultimate punishment if the channel fails is that the channel would just be shut down. And I guess all the videos will just get re-uploaded to this channel. We'll pretend it didn't happen, and maybe he'll continue uploading videos of that nature here. But this is just an experiment, so that's going to be his ultimate punishment. But of course, there's going to be continuous punishments, whether or not it succeeds. That's going to be I mean, let's be real. I'm going to keep punishing him no matter what. But the punishment that's unique is just that the channel will just be shut down. The Gulag channel will just be shut down. I'm gonna give it maybe 6 months or so. We'll see how it goes. If there's a decent interest, and if there isn't, yeah, it'll just be shut down, and the videos will just be re-uploaded here. We'll pretend it didn't happen, but hopefully it's successful. Hopefully, God, I hope so. Damn. I got another super chat from Ryan McClellan, but I'm gonna save that for later. I'm gonna focus on a non-super chat. Okay, I see one really bad question. I'll answer this one fine. Johnny Bergen's ass. God damn it. Johnny Bergen's ass. Have you ever pooped in the toilet and tried using a pair of chopsticks to fish it out and stick it back up just in case there... What are you talking about? I don't even... What are you getting up to, Johnny? That's what I want to know. What kind of fucked up shit are you up to? That's just insane. I've never heard anything just so depraved and foul. Okay, let's answer the super chat now. Doc, Ryan McClellan has a super chat. Doc, I spent my Friday eating frozen pizza, drinking cheap whiskey, and watching The Slender Man. Is there something wrong with me? I mean, everything leading up to watching The Slender Man, it's normal. But yeah, I think you might want to see a psychiatrist or something. I saw that HBO documentary about The Slender Man. The Slender Man turns you into a real-life killer. You're gonna be depraved, man. You're gonna be twisted. You're gonna be killing people. You're gonna be killing folks left and right. You better watch yourself. You better watch out for your family. Because the Slender Man is he's got you now. He's got you in his grip, in his tentacle grip. Be careful. You're gonna be like stabbing people left and right. Because we all know the horror genre, it creates killers. Okay, not really, but okay. Oh, God. I'm sorry I even addressed the toilet question. I'm sorry. Sometimes these questions get through. Okay, I'm gonna answer a non-super chat. Let's see. I'm hoping there's one that's, Okay, Hufflepuff is cool asked, when the new Evil Dead game release, are you gonna stream it? Oh, you know it. I mean, after BioShock, I'm gonna be trying to stream more popular horror games. BioShock is pretty much my warm-up game for the game streams. I'm gonna be trying to stream some more of the stuff that's recent and popular, so if you're not all that interested in watching me play a game from 14 years ago, don't worry. I'm gonna be streaming some more relevant horror games soon, and I'm gonna be paying attention to, you know, requests about horror games. And yeah, I'll definitely cover the Evil Dead game. Hopefully I'll have a review of it as well, but I will at least stream it, that's for sure. I will at least stream it. I'm gonna play it on PC most likely, unless I can find a PS5, but I don't know how likely that's gonna be. Those things are like just worth beyond their weight in gold. For some reason, I'm really just upset about it. I had to get a gaming PC just so I could play Cyberpunk at decent quality, and it's great quality, but well, then again, it would have been shitty. I realize it would have been shittier on PS5 because they haven't patched it for PS5. I don't know why I'm talking about this right now. Let's move on to another question. Mikey Films has a super chat. What's your favorite punishment for goulash? Oh, well, that's an interesting question. My favorite punishment is, you know, you might think this is a Rick and Morty reference. It's not, but the reason why goulash is green is because I like to submerge him in just a human-sized pickle jar, and he gets pickled, like, I guess Pickle Rick, unfortunately. I didn't mean for that to be a reference, but yes, that's why he's green. He's just constantly submerged in this pickle juice that's just deformed his whole skin and everything. It's disgusting, but, you know, it's a great punishment. You know, I guess he doesn't drown, so, you know, it's pretty good. It's good. I can just keep doing that. I don't really have to worry about him drowning ever. I got a couple super chats. I'm going to focus on a non-super chat question for now, and then I'll get to the super chats. Let me see. What's a good non-super chat that I can address? I'm honestly... Okay, wait. Ghoul Whip asks, are you planning to review the Alien franchise? Well, that's a good question. I kind of would be interested in reviewing some of the more recent ones like Prometheus and Alien Covenant, just because, I don't know, I think just because those ones were just kind of mostly ignored. Like, they happened. Like, these were whole new alien-connected movies, and people ended up being kind of disappointed with them, and they kind of just fell back to the wayside for certain reasons. So I kind of would like to maybe address those, and maybe if there's something worthwhile, because I think maybe sometimes what has happened with some of these movies is that, you know, we just don't quite know what we have until it's not there. I don't know. I'm hoping that they actually are just good, solid sequels, because I did see both of them, and I thought they were fine. I thought it was kind of... I kind of wonder how like, Alien Covenant, in particular, would compare to, like, the average non-Alien/Alien sequel. Like, if it's, like, you know, maybe better than maybe Aliens 3 and 4, at least. Maybe it's a decent successor as an Alien movie, like, not as good as the first two, but maybe it slides along, and maybe Prometheus has some decent ideas. I don't know, it'd be interesting to explore that. But let's address a super chat from Carmen Denny. Thank you, Carmen. I've started divorce proceedings to be free of a gaslighting jerk. Oh, wow, heavy stuff. Would you please answer some questions as Cosby to take the edge off? Well, you see, you can't quite gaslight a woman, you see. You gotta put some stuff in their drinks so they just don't remember. Okay, oh God, I'm sorry. God, okay, that's bad. Okay, now, don't do what Bill Cosby does, okay? Don't do that. Do the opposite of anything Bill Cosby has told you to say. Read one of Bill Cosby's, like, self-help books, his books about parenting, and then just do the opposite of what he tells you in all those books. That's the best thing I could say about Bill Cosby. Oh, God. And Lane Kramer has a super chat. Have you reviewed the Leprechaun movies? I have reviewed the most recent one. The what was it? I think it was, I don't know. I don't remember what the subtitle of the most recent Leprechaun movie was. It might have been Leprechaun the Return or some bullshit. Like, I don't know what the latest one was called, but I remember liking it, and I reviewed it, and I remember being like, this is actually good for what it is. It's nice and entertaining. It's got some silly, inventive things. It kind of owns the fact that it's a low-budget movie, and it also tries to directly connect to the original movie. Like, I felt like it was pretty good. The only downside was the fact that Warwick Davis did not play the character. But other than that, I thought it was fine. The Leprechaun Returns. Okay, yeah, I guess I was mostly right. Cool. Okay. I guess I was mostly right about my remembrance of the title. Now, I'll address more super chats, but first, let me address some more non-super chat questions. I'm seeing the reactions to the Bill Cosby. I'm sorry about that, folks. Okay, let's address one non-super chat. Okay, Antonio Array asked, Snyder Cut Thoughts? Well, I'm glad someone asked me about this, because I was going to actually probably just bring it up if nobody asked, but I'm actually 2.5 hours into the Snyder Cut. I watched the first hour last night, and I've watched an hour and a half since. It's fucking long. Oh my God. It's 4 hours long. And it's very R-rated. Like, Wonder Woman throws dudes into walls and their, like, heads blow up against the walls. It's pretty crazy. And, like, Batman says fuck. Like, I never thought anyone would do that. Like, he tells a character... I'm not going to spoil it. I did spoil the fact that he says fuck, so I guess that takes away from the impact, I guess, unfortunately, if you haven't seen it yet. But he does say fuck. He says he's gonna fucking kill somebody. So, it's full-on Snyder. Like, I mean, if you're a Zack Snyder fan, it gives you everything you want. I think it's better than the one I saw. I did see the inferior Whedon theatrical version, like just digitally. Like, I just rented it one night, and I thought that was just... you know, just, it is what it is kind of thing. I didn't necessarily hate it, but, you know, I do kind of like this new Snyder Cut. The version that he intended. Well, not really the version he intended. I guess the version he wished he could have made, they just let him make it, because, like, even if Zack Snyder was still the director, like when they released it in theaters, and he got like an extended version on DVD, they would never have let him do a 4-hour extended version. Like, they would never have given him the money to do like a 4-hour one on DVD / Blu-ray. They would never have done that until, you know, there was this just huge demand to just let Zack Snyder do whatever he wants. So I'm kind of, you know, I'm not really a Zack Snyder fan, but I can appreciate what he does, and I'm glad that he got to make the movie that he did after what he went through. And I'm glad the fans have gotten the movie. It's not really my ideal interpretation of the DC universe, unfortunately, but, you know, people like it, you know, and I do gotta say, this is pretty much just, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, and I'm getting some entertainment from it so far. I'll probably finish the Snyder Cut after this stream, like finish off the remaining hour and a half. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, because I haven't really even finished the movie. Like, I do have to say, I'm not so into Wonder Woman's soundtrack. I'm not so into the fact that anytime Wonder Woman does something, there's like a whole bunch of Amazon, like there's just this one lady like screaming in the background whenever she does something. Like, I'm not so into that, but I'm not so into that, but, you know, besides that, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, now I'm gonna address some super chats, gonna catch up on those, sorry. But, yeah, I do like the Snyder Cut for what it is, yeah, and I'm sure it's everything all the Zack Snyder fans wanted it to be, and I'm gonna be positive about it, you know, okay. But Serpenthrop has a super chat, thank you. What are your current plans for future book reviews? Will they be done by you, Goulash, or both? And which books are planned? Well, I believe you sent me the Scooby-Doo tribute novel, the dark, meddling kids, kind of the pastiche of Scooby-Doo. You sent me that, so that would probably, if I review that, that'll probably be by me. And, you know, the Halloween young adult novel, I got the second one, The Old Myers House, I got sent that. So I will probably also, I'll definitely review that one, and I'll read it. So I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it'll depend. I'm not sure what kind of books the Gulag would cover, if there are even books covered. I'm gonna try to, like, the Gulag is gonna be in, like, launch mode, so I'm gonna try to make sure Goulash covers stuff that, you know, generates the most interest at first, so it can be as successful as possible. So, you know, unfortunately, I probably, the video I put the most effort into last year was that Halloween young adult novel review, and it didn't get a whole lot of views. I still enjoyed making it, and people really loved that video from what I saw. But, you know, admittedly, that kind of content doesn't get a lot of views, so gonna be focusing with the Gulag, at least, on just making sure it's as successful as possible and has a decent chance, I guess, launching. So probably nothing book-wise on that channel, but I will be reviewing the young adult novel here for sure. Okay, now Ryan McClellan has a super chat. Doc, will you ever bring back the public domain live streams? I miss seeing such classics as Monstroid and Houseboat Horror. Well, Houseboat Horror wasn't actually, Houseboat Horror wasn't actually public domain. It was just an Australian obscure movie that I just got away with. It probably just wasn't in any of YouTube's content ID databases, so I could just get away with just streaming that. But, unfortunately, you know, a lot of people re-upload the public domain movies. So even though that stuff is public domain, people have uploaded their own, you know, copies, and that stuff gets, whether it's public domain or not, like, that stuff gets, like, matched to those versions that they have. So I'll get, like, copyright strikes. Like, unfortunately, even though the stuff is public domain, like, the content ID system is so screwy where it'll believe that because another person uploaded this thing, that I've stolen their YouTube video or something. Like, unfortunately, that's how it works. So I will probably try to bring back the Die-In Theater in a different way, but I think I'm gonna try bringing it back on Twitch. Now, that'll probably happen, that launch will probably happen after the Gulag has had a few videos. We'll start working on, like, getting more of an audience on Twitch, like, making sure that those Die-In Theater streams are actually seen by people. And I will try to also, like, re-upload the streams on the main channel if you miss them live on Twitch. So we'll try to see what works, because I think re-uploading them will probably be a little safer from Twitch, and I think Twitch will be a little more lenient. I don't think Twitch has any content ID system. I think it just relies on people reporting stuff. So, I mean, as long as I stream actual public domain stuff, I think I'll be fine on Twitch. So we're gonna try Twitch. And if that doesn't work, we'll figure out some other way, because the Die-In Theater will never die, as Joe Bob Briggs exactly said. He said those exact words. I'm not changing things around. He said those words. Okay, I'm going to address a non-Super Chat question real quick, and then I'll catch up on my Super Chats. But also, Jason Owens joined the Doc's Movie Night tier on my channel memberships. Welcome, sir. Oh, actually, he's been around for a while, but welcome back. Okay, Nicole L18 says, Doc, what is the Wolfulite diet? Honestly, I subsist entirely on Fresca. I'll make, like, I'll mix it into some, food paste, just to get some other nutrients, but it's all Fresca. I'm all about Fresca. That's really pretty much the only thing that I live off of. If I don't have Fresca, I will probably die at this point. Like, I think it's kept me alive for, just millennia, just because it's just such a great drink. Now, I know what you're saying. Fresca has only existed for maybe, like, 50 years or so, but actually, Fresca, the bottling plant, was actually pretty much the fountain of youth. So, every can of Fresca is actually water from the fountain of youth. That's pretty much what it is. I guess they just eventually called it Fresca. I was, like, hanging around the Fountain of Youth for a while, and I guess I walked away, and then suddenly there's just this huge bottling plant, unfortunately. But, I still buy the product, even though I don't get it for free. But, yeah, it is what it is. But, yeah, Fresca, it keeps you alive forever, so, yeah. But also, it carries a curse where you die if you don't keep drinking it, so it's kind of a thing. I guess hopefully you like it. Some people don't, so I think then they end up dying, because, like, you'll die in a week if you drink Fresca for the first time. You'll die in a week, essentially. You'll stay alive forever as long as you're drinking at least one can a week, but if you don't keep drinking it, you'll eventually die, like, really quickly. It's an unfortunate side effect. Johnny Bergens asked, are you a hillbilly? This is the same guy who asked me that toilet question. No, I'm not. Oh, God. Well, let's address some super chats. I am, like, really behind on a few. Let me go back. Let me make sure. Okay. The earliest one was Jared Jams has a super chat. Livestream Sallow or the 120 Days of Sodom. Maybe I could do some... I would only be able to do that through... like Patreon, privately, but I could do some of those, like, just really, just outlandish and gimmicky streams, I guess. Maybe I'll look into it. I don't know. I don't know if that's a movie I want to see, because I know what happens in it. Oh, God. Whoa. Yeah, that's what happens. That's a side effect of drinking Fresca, unfortunately. Sometimes your head, like, just stretches out like that. It's unfortunate. Let's get another super chat. Let's make sure. Okay, Nostalgic Nerd has a super chat. My husband does a funny impression of you talking about Norwegians in the Thing review. I'm gonna have to tweet it to you. Well, I'm looking forward to that tweet, honestly, but yes. You know what? I just can't stand Norwegians. That whole fucking country of Norway, they can just fucking suck my dick. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't really feel that way. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Some people really do take that seriously, though. I'm honestly surprised so many Norwegian people watched my videos and got mad. I don't know. It's one of those things where you don't expect it, because it's like I think maybe like 90% of my audience is from the U.S. or Canada, so it's one of those things where, you know, there's a 10% there where you don't expect it, I guess. Now, I got a few more. Actually, let's just catch up on all the super chats, and let's answer another non-super chat. Gotta keep it fair. Okay. So Xavier de God has a non-super chat. Has just a question. Okay, I gotta just ask I have the question asked. Okay, Xavier de God asks, "Hey Doc, what did you think about WandaVision, and what are your thoughts on Spider-Man: No Way Home?" Okay, well, honestly, I've only seen the first 2 episodes of WandaVision still. I don't know if I'm gonna catch up. I've instead been watching Twin Peaks for the first time. I did watch the pilot years ago, but I'm finally binging through it because I heard the 3rd season, The Return, the David Lynch season, is really great, so I want to finally see that. I've been getting into more David Lynch stuff and stuff in the Criterion Collection, so that's pretty much what I've been binging. Like, the Snyder Cut is kind of my break between Twin Peaks, essentially, but yeah, that's what I've been watching instead. Just catching up on, like, the classic TV that continuously influences modern TV, essentially. Just, you know, it might as well. But I'm really liking Kyle MacLachlan. But you also asked about the new Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man: No Way Home. I don't really feel any way about it, honestly. I didn't really like the first 2 Spider-Man movies, and I was really looking forward to them. I do like Tom Holland, who of course directed a lot of classic horror movies. I do love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I do like his portrayal, but I don't like his movies. I feel like the plots are just goofy. I just can't get behind him, unfortunately. Like, it's just not my kind of Spider-Man stories. But I did love Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Like, that was great. And I did love the Spider-Man PS4 game, and I am looking forward to hopefully someday playing Spider-Man Miles Morales, because that looks like a good game. But unfortunately, I mean, I know it's on PS4, but I want to experience it for the first time on PS5. But who knows when I'll finally find a PS5 that's not like $2,000. We'll see. We'll see about that. Hopefully someday we'll. But okay, let's catch up on super chats. All right, let me see. Okay. Dix Bumpkin asked with a super chat, "Hey Doc, how many conventions did you visit pre-pandemic on the yearly?" I think I went to Spooky Empire, I think a few times. I think since 2016, I went to the Spooky Empire Horror Convention in Central Florida 3 or 4 times. So, and I think one of those times I was a videographer for it, so I wasn't really necessarily enjoying it that much, but yeah, I think 3 or 4 times I went to that convention. I think I did go to MegaCon once in 2014, so not a ton of conventions, but they're always interesting to go to. I never have quite a great time at a convention, really. I always feel kind of a little sad when I go to one. I don't know, there's just something a little, because it's like you pay to get in, and then you do get to see like the panels for free, but then you got to pay like $50 to $100 to meet a celebrity, and it feels a little, I don't know, it feels a little scummy. And then there's like the merch booths that always seem to be really expensive, like really upcharging. So I don't know, I always feel a little sad going to any convention. I don't know. I feel like I'd like a horror convention more if it looked, if they like decorated it more to give it more of a horror vibe, because it always just looks like, you know, just any other convention usually. Just, yeah, I don't know, where it's just you're in a big hotel, and yeah, that's it, and there's like horror celebrities there behind long lines and everything. I don't know. But I probably will go to another Spooky Empire. because they're still having the Spooky Empire conventions during the pandemic. Unfortunately, I don't know how they work out, but I think once everything gets worked out, I'll go to one. And Edith Moonshadow has a super chat. Hey Doc, Yuri for Gwen here. I changed my name. I just wanted to wish you a happy belated birthday. Well, thank you. I didn't necessarily have to do that with a super chat, but I really appreciate it, Edith. Thank you so much. All right, okay. I got a super chat from ATM, and I think that's no. And I also got a few more, but first let's answer a non-super chat question. Okay, Anna Media asks, what was your thoughts on the Wrong Turn reboot? Okay, that's a good question. I haven't seen it yet, but I do gotta say, it's the Wrong Turn. The original Wrong Turn was written by the guy who wrote Halloween 4. I can't quite remember his name at the moment, but apparently with the original Wrong Turn, his script was rewritten. So, oh wait, now I remember his name, Dwight Little. Okay, yeah, the franchise was created by Dwight Little, but in the original movie, his script was rewritten without his knowledge, and they changed a lot of things. So, and he just didn't appreciate it. So, you know, I guess he wasn't happy with how the original Wrong Turn turned out. So what I hear is that with this new reboot, he pretty much had total creative control of the script. So at least there's that. I mean, I've seen some people say they like it and some people say they don't like it, but supposedly it is the original creator's true vision for what Wrong Turn was supposed to be, supposedly. Because that's what I mean, I remember hearing the Halloween 4 commentary and him talking about it, and him... Actually, Dwight Little might be the director of Halloween 4. I might have them mixed up. Alan B. McElroy. Okay, yeah, someone corrected me. Yeah, it's Alan B. McElroy, not Dwight Little. Dwight Little directed it. So yeah, Alan McElroy. I remember him in the Halloween 4 commentary just complaining about how the original Wrong Turn turned out, like how they changed the characters and everything, and they made the characters dumber. So I don't know. I'd be interested in seeing the reboot sometime soon, because apparently it is what Wrong Turn was intended to be originally before they made all the fucking sequels. So I want to check it out eventually. Now Eddie, I'm not sure. Okay, now Eddie just gave me a little super chat sticker. I appreciate that. Well, thank you so much for the donation. And also Tommy Randall has a super chat question. Thank you. Can you say hi to Gage Laloney and their newborn son Brock? Also, any plans on reviewing Return to Living Dead? Want to hear what you think of 4 and 5. Now, I would like to say, how you doing, Gage? Heard about your new son, Brock. Way to go. Hopefully he grows up to be a great horror fan, and hopefully he likes my videos too, but no. But yes, congratulations on the new son, the new child. Hopefully, yes, he does become a horror fan, because we could always use more horror fans, that's for sure. But addressing the other question in Tommy's super chat, yes, I definitely plan to review Return of the Living Dead. I might cover those movies for the next Deaduary. That could happen, or I might cover them sooner than February. So definitely keep an eye out, because yeah, those are definitely overdue. Those will definitely be fun videos to cover. So yeah, just keep an eye out, essentially. That's all I could say. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in it. And welcome to Doc's Fan Club, Havoc2x4. Definitely appreciate your support and joining the memberships. Hell yeah! Make sure to go to my community tab. There's like an announcement video where you can ask like a question that I'll address in a private Q&A later. I think, yeah, on the 25th, I'll drop that private Q&A video answering all the questions. And you can ask as many questions as you feel like to. Okay, now, let's see. And finally, the alert popped up about Havoc joining. Oh, man. A little delayed there. Now, let me see. Let me find another question. Okay, CR16 asks a question that, you know, I've been asked a lot, but I always enjoy answering it anyway. But he asks, how do I make the animated Dr. Wolfula, the animated version of me that you see right here, right now? Well, I'm not going to explain the whole process, but essentially what I do is I use this app called Adobe Character Animator. And it essentially, once you make like an animated puppet that you construct, you create all the separate layers of the lips, the eye movements, everything, and you like, once you've created a puppet in Photoshop that pretty much has all these separate layers. You can then, in that app, the character animator app, pretty much use your webcam to kind of just pretty much just match your movements, and with a mic, pretty much match your lip movements to what you're saying. And from there, I pretty much just use Streamlabs, and I just record, I just stream the live footage from that app, essentially. I mean, it's pretty much just motion capture. Like, it's just gotten to the point where it's just easily accessible. So it's great. It's a great app. I'm glad I figured out how to do this, because there was originally a lot of different ideas of how I could do streams like this. You just be glad you got this one, because originally I was planning, before I discovered how easy it was to do Adobe Character Animator to, you know, pretty much just match my exact movements on a cartoon character. I was originally planning to use like a crude puppet, like a super crude puppet of me in live streams. God, it would have been bad. Oh, just a super crude puppet, just a really bad looking puppet. So it's good that I figured out how to do a cartoon puppet instead, because oh shit. Oh yeah, okay. I almost forgot about ATM's super chat. Whoops. Thanks for reminding me, ATM. Where did that go? Oh shit, yeah, I did. Okay. I gotta go back. Oh shit, I missed a few super chats. Damn. Oh god, I gotta catch up on these. Okay. Gonna finally catch up on ATMs, and then I'll get to Mackenzie and Bread Rangers. My bad. Oh shit, I am sorry, guys. Okay, ATM is a super chat. Hey Doc, I like to imagine a movie based on the Black Sabbath song Iron Man, which is completely different from the Marvel version. I guess that would be interesting. I think would it be like, I guess it could be like a guy, like just a really hardcore metal movie, like just like, I guess it would be cool if it was like a medieval kind of movie where it's set to songs like Iron Man and shit like that. I guess that would be pretty cool. You know, yeah, I just with like modern metal music, that would be pretty cool. I don't know if that's ever been done. I feel like that can be cheesy, but okay, gonna address Mackenzie Lambert's super chat. Thank you, Mackenzie. Could a comedy duo meet monsters a la Abbott and Costello be done today? Which comedians would you cast and what monsters would you have them meet? Honestly, it would be fucking really just crazy wild if they made a Seth Rogen and James Franco meet fucking Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees movie. Like, that would just be really weird. I like just really fucking funny and weird. I don't know why. Yeah, I would like to see that again. I don't think that will ever happen anytime soon. I mean, a lot of these horror characters are public domain, so, you know, it could happen. It could happen where, like, a comedy duo decides they want to make a horror comedy movie like that, a horror comedy crossover movie like that. I would like to see that, but yeah, I feel like I think it's not like I'm a huge fan of Seth Rogen and James Franco. I feel like, though, that would just be the weirdest thing. I don't know, and I feel like they're like constantly paired in movies a lot, so I don't know. I feel like that's kind of the go-to usually, and it would be really fucking funny, I guess, to see how that would work out, and like how they would do that with like Freddy and Jason, how they would work those characters into that kind of movie. Just like not like classical horror characters, but like the classic characters from the like 80s, and I don't know, it would be interesting. But okay, Bread Ranger had a super generous super chat. Thank you. I'm sorry I missed that before. Just tossing into the Fresca fund. Gotta keep your strength up to properly keep Goulash in line. Well, I appreciate that super chat. Thank you. Damn, I'm sorry I missed some of these super chats, and okay, just one more. Oh God, there's actually a few more super chats I need to catch up on. Okay, oh damn. Okay, well, I'm gonna answer one non-super chat, and then we'll catch up on these other ones. Okay. Sorm Gamelson asked, Doc, would you be against a long-awaited sequel to Halloween 3 Season of the Witch? I'd be open to another continuation of, I guess, the Silver Shamrock concept. But you know, part of the idea of that was, you know, it was supposed to be like a standalone thing, where they would make Halloween 4 and it would be a completely different thing from there, and it's not necessarily something that would be continued. I guess it would be interesting if they decided to revive the Halloween anthology movie concept. I would be interested in seeing that. I was thinking it would be cool to see basically a spin-off series where maybe there could be, it could be an annual horror anthology film where there's 3 stories, there's 3 separate horror stories, and one of them deals with Michael Myers. One of them is a short Michael Myers story that can be anything, and the other 2 stories are stuff that's still got the Halloween vibe, like the John Carpenter Halloween vibe, but are totally just free stories that can be anything themselves. I think that would be an interesting idea, to kind of the best of both worlds, where you're getting new Halloween stories, and also you still have Michael Myers steering the ship, essentially. Now, Ryan McClellan has a super chat. Ryan McClellan has a super chat. Who do you dislike more, Australians or the Canadians? Oh, it's definitely got to be Australians. God, they're the fucking worst. Especially since they have that Scooby-Doo ride. Oh, God, I want to ride that Scooby-Doo ride. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it at all. I want that Scooby-Doo ride. They got that Scooby-Doo... They've got Spooky Island there. That's where they shot that movie. They should have shot it here and built the ride here. It's not fair. It's not fucking fair. Oh. Okay. Now let's catch up on more super chats. Oh, damn. Got a lot. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm going to answer 2 more super chats, and then I'll answer a non-super chat. Okay. Brad Orzek asks, Dr. Wolfula, do you think remaking Jaws is a bad idea? I don't think there would be any real point in remaking Jaws, to be totally honest. So, I don't think there would be any real point in remaking Jaws, because it's pretty much just a timeless movie. I mean, there isn't really anything about it that feels dated. I mean, it takes place in the 70s, clearly, but it's not like anything about it has, like, aged poorly. So it's an evergreen movie, and it's like, the only thing you can really do new is show more of the shark, and that's not really all that appealing at all. Like, you could definitely do that with CGI, and I think they don't do any more Jaws movies is just because the reason why they don't do more Jaws movies is not only just because they got worse and worse, is because it's like anyone can make a shark movie. Like, the only thing that's really something that you couldn't really have in another movie is having, you know, Amity and just the Jaws theme. That's pretty much the only thing that makes Jaws, besides the fact that it's a well-crafted movie, that's the only thing that makes Jaws like something distinctly copyrightable. Like, just the theme and just the setting itself. Everything else, you know, any movie can have a shark. You know, that's pretty much why. It's just because there's just so many fucking shark movies. I don't think there's any point. There's so many shark movies. There's so many fucking shark movies. Ugh. But Havoc2x4 has a super chat. What are your thoughts on the new Evil Dead game? Now, that's a good question. I was asked if I was going to stream it, but my thoughts on the new Evil Dead game is I'm a little disappointed that it's not a story-based game. At least it doesn't seem like it so far. So far, it seems like it is going to be like a so far, it seems like it is just going to be a arena-based multiplayer game. It's going to be kind of, it seems like it's going to be kind of similar to the Friday the 13th game, just maybe without the asymmetric multiplayer. But otherwise, I don't know. I'm hoping it has a campaign and a story mode, because that's what I was looking forward to. And I feel like it's such a strange concept to make a multiplayer Evil Dead game, because everybody's going to want to play Ash. Like, no one's going to, like, I like the other Evil Dead characters enough, but they don't really have the same appeal that Ash does. Like, honestly, I mean, Kelly is a cool character, and Pablo is a cool character, but I'm not gonna want to play them over Ash, though. Like, I'm not gonna want to play... I'm gonna always want to play as Ash. Like, there's not gonna be a reason other than I want to be different. I don't want to just go for Ash. But other than that, you know, I'm not gonna want to play as the Arthur dude, Lord Arthur. I'm not gonna want to play as the not King Arthur dude that's in the game, or Ash's friend, who I can't even fucking remember the name of. Like, I don't want to play as those guys. I want to play as Ash. So it's one of those things where I feel like hopefully there's still a campaign, and hopefully it's good. That's all I can really say, unfortunately, because we don't really have a whole lot more to go on, just beyond just a very basic gameplay video and some vague ideas of what the game is going to be. Okay, but Tyler Rebick joined the Doc's fan club tier on my in my memberships. Thank you for joining. Now I have a few more. I think I only have... Oh wait, no, I think I got... Oh shit, yeah, I got a ton. I got a ton more super chats I need to catch up on. But let's focus on a non-one. Let's find a good question. Okay, Tommy Diaz Milan asks, how do you feel about Rob Zombie doing a Munsters movie? Now, I have had a few takes about this on social media, and I've talked about it a little bit in the last BioShock stream. My feeling about it is, I'm interested in seeing it. It feels like it's something that's just a rumor so far, but it feels like it's something that's honestly probably real, because Rob Zombie is a big fucking Munsters fan. Like, he loves the Munsters. He put the Munsters in a clip in House 1000 Corpses because he loves the Munsters. And he's worked with Universal in the past, so he has a relationship there. It feels like it's likely to be true, and I'd be interested in seeing it because it's gonna be an R-rated Munsters movie. So I'm just like, what the fuck is that gonna be? Like, I just don't know. I do think that when he does a Munsters movie, like, he's I think that's kind of a sign that he's definitely running out of ideas for movies to do, because it does seem like he's starting to get a little bit repetitive in the movies he takes on lately. But I don't know, I'd be interested in seeing what he does with the Munsters, and it's one of those things where you're just curious what his version would be, because part of me is thinking it's exactly what you'd imagine it to be, where it's like essentially Devil's Rejects but with the Munster characters. Or maybe he'll just do something completely different. Maybe he'll make it a bit more like El Super Beasto. Like, El Super Beasto is probably my favorite Rob Zombie movie, just because it's not really a Rob Zombie style movie. It's just this goofy animated comedy, and you don't really get that many R-rated animated movies. And it's not really the usual edgy stuff that he does. So maybe it could be like that, just maybe live action, or maybe it could be animated, but more likely it's live action. It would be kind of interesting if it was like a CGI animated movie or something. Like, I don't know, but I'd be interested just to find out, like, what incarnation of a Rob Zombie's Munsters we would get. Like, what would that even be? I guess we'll see. I'm gonna have a drink of Fresca. I'm gonna mute myself while I telepathically drink it, and then I'll catch up on some super chats. Ah, that was some good Fresca. And man, my head got frozen for a second. Okay. Alright, Oh, Mechasaurus actually asked me about the Rob Zombie Munsters. He asked with the super chat, is Rob Zombie doing an edgy Munsters movie the stupidest thing, or just one of the stupidest things ever? It's a stupid idea, but we'll see how it turns out. Because it's not like they've been doing anything with the Munsters. They had the Hannibal creator try to do a pilot for a Munsters series, and that didn't work out, so, you know, I guess we'll see what Rob Zombie can do with that. But it's one of those things where I feel like Rob Zombie movies are, like, I've kind of softened on Rob Zombie movies. Like, I'm not super into them, but, you know, I feel like I disliked the Rob Zombie Halloween movies more just because I was afraid that was gonna be the permanent way, like, that was gonna be what the Halloween series was gonna be going forward, and I I kind of spazzed out for a second. I was just afraid that was going to be what the Halloween series was just going to be permanently. Like, it's going to be just the Rob Zombie style. But no, he did 2 movies, and they didn't try to make another movie in the Rob Zombie style. So, yeah, I mean, so they're just kind of these standalone things that just, exist, that certain people love and certain people don't love, but, it's whatever. It's whatever. It doesn't bother me as much. But Tyler Rebick has a super chat. Hey, Doc, I'm back in the club. How's it going? Great. Thanks for rejoining the channel memberships. All right, one last super chat, and then I'll catch up on some normal questions. Okay. Let's see. El Torito Films has a super chat. Hey, Doc, give me a happy birthday shout-out, please. Of course I will. Happy birthday. Thank you for supporting the channel, and I hope you have a great rest of your Friday evening, which is about to end, at least for me, in 11 minutes. We're nearly at midnight, but it feels like I've only been talking for like 20 minutes, so time has been flying by. Now, I've got a few more super chats, but I'm going to catch up on the regular chat. Let me see. Oh, Mechasaurus asks, why did my comment not appear on the live chat? Is it because I used a swear? No, I eventually saw it. I eventually saw it. Scary Maryland says, Rob Zombie is an official Universal monster. Yeah, he is. I mean, he has history with the, with Halloween Horror Nights. He's done, I think, at least a few houses, so he's got some history. Tommy Diaz Milan asks, do I like the Halloween remake? Well, I guess, I made a video about it in 2013, and I had some strong words to say about it, but, I'm going to be re-reviewing it later this year, so maybe my feelings about it they'll definitely be less harsh, for sure. It'll definitely be a less harsh video, but admittedly, I do think people, and I probably have contributed to this quite a bit, but people are really, a bit toxic about their dislike of the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. They really, I've noticed, a lot of people get attacked for saying that they like those movies, and it's really unfortunate. And I'm hoping my video is a little bit more positive, and I don't really want people to feel ashamed for liking something like I don't like that's bad. Like, and I notice that's a frequent thing on the internet, is making other people feel bad just because they like a thing you don't like. Like, what's the point of that? Like, things are meant for different kinds of audiences. Like, that's the ultimate thing. Like, I'm still free to critique any movie, but I'm never like, you need to stop liking this. You need to fucking stop it. You fans of this thing, you're wrong. Like, I never have that. I never have that viewpoint. Like, that's a really bad viewpoint. And it definitely needs to stop. It needs to be frowned upon. Because, yeah, it's a bad attitude to have in any fandom, in any fan subculture. It's bad. It's bad for everybody. Tyler Miller has a super chat. What zombie franchise would you throw Ash Williams into? Honestly, if Ash Williams was transported into Walking Dead, I'd probably finally watch the show. I watched the pilot, and I was just like, I'm not interested in this. But I think I'd honestly love to see, I'd love to see Ash Williams in a Marvel Zombies movie, because he did have a Marvel Zombies crossover with Army of Darkness in the comics. So it'd be interesting to see them bring in Ash. I don't know if the rights issues will necessarily allow that, but it would be interesting to see. I would definitely like that. Oh, fuck, my chat is messing up. Let me see if I, okay, I'm gonna read a couple more super chats, catch up on these. Tommy Randall asks with a super chat, can you please tell Jake he needs to come over to hear the new NoFX album, and that Simba is now fixed and he's healing well? Well, Simba is fixed, so you don't have to worry about him humping your leg or anything. I don't know who Simba is, but he's fixed. Maybe Simba is a lion, and you gotta listen to that album. You gotta listen to that album, Jake. I'm telling you, man. Tommy says it's great. I don't know what no effects is, but it's apparently great. You gotta come over already. Come on. And Tyler Rebick as a super chat. Hey Doc, there's another TCM sequel, but not like 3D. Well, yeah, I have reviewed Leatherface, the one after that one, the prequel. Though that is kind of an older video. It's from 2017. I reviewed it when it was new. I feel like, you know, I'm not so into some of the older videos, so I will probably eventually re-review certain popular movies, like certain popular horror franchise films I reviewed early on, and give them just some updated videos to my current style, because I'm not super happy with some of the older videos. The older videos will stay up, of course, and I know people still love those older videos, but I'm not so happy with some of them. Like, I'm not totally satisfied with some of them, so I would definitely like to you know, revamp some of my thoughts and have some new jokes and new observations and everything, because, yeah, I think I've progressed since the early days for sure. Okay, let me see. Okay, let's read a non-super chat question. Hopefully I'm caught up on all the super chats. I know I got one more from Tommy. Make sure. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good on all the super chats. Okay, let's find another question. Cash Smith asks, what do you think of Scooby Apocalypse? Now, a little bit of background. Oh, I actually forgot. Oh, man, I forgot. Actually, I've been doing this the hard way. I forgot that Streamlabs OBS has a little mini... Oh, God, stop bugging out. I forgot Streamlabs OBS has a little mini feed that keeps track of all your super chats. Oh, damn, I need to remember that, because I don't have to scroll through the whole comment section. But okay, so I was asked what my thoughts were on Scooby Apocalypse, which was a comic series that I think it came out around when the New 52 came out in the DC Comics. So it's essentially just like a total reimagining of Scooby-Doo. Like, it isn't even like a darker version of Scooby-Doo. It's a complete reimagining where the characters are now in a zombie apocalypse. And I think that was pretty much the whole concept. I read the first issue, admittedly, so I don't have a ton to say about it, but I thought it was interesting. I would be interested in seeing that kind of stuff done with the direct-to-video movies, because they're, like, you know, you might as well. I know they're doing, like, an HBO Velma cartoon series. I'm interested in seeing, I guess, what that is, though I'm kind of annoyed that it's gonna be like another prequel show. Like, to me, that's a little annoying, but apparently, like, where it's a prequel where you don't get to see the other Scooby-Doo members, like, I don't really want to see that. I do want to see, like, more different kinds of Scooby-Doo stuff, so I would be interested in seeing, like, a Scooby Apocalypse direct-to-video movie. That'd be nice. And I got a couple new super chats from, first one is from Tommy Randall, who, his super chat says, please say hi to Diane Randall. She raised me on horror, even let me rent Dawn of the Dead and the Evil Dead movies when I was a kid. That's a kick-ass mom. Well, hell yeah. Greetings to you, Diane. I'm sorry, I said that totally wrong. Oh, shit. Greetings to you, Diane. Kudos to you for raising your son, Tommy, right. I'm assuming Tommy is your son. He might be like your nephew or some other thing, but I do give you kudos on the fact that you are the mother of horror to him. So I definitely gotta congratulate you there, because you raised him right. And Tyler Rebick has a super chat, and he's correcting himself. I mean, there's a TCM sequel coming in 2021. So yes, I do know that, yes, there is going to be a Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequel this year. Apparently it's being shot in Bulgaria. I don't know why all the sequels are shot in Bulgaria. Like, this is going to be the second movie that's shot in Bulgaria. I don't know why. I guess they save money, but it's so funny because I think this is made by Legendary Pictures, which is like a really big studio, but they're still shooting in Bulgaria instead of Texas. And I think it's being, and it's, you know, it's also not being directed by like an actual Texan. It's being directed by like I think originally they got a couple of Irish directors, and I think now the current director is from Spain or something like that. But I don't know. I feel like it's I don't know. I think hopefully it'll be good, but it's gonna be another attempt at what Texas Chainsaw 3D did, where it's like a direct sequel to the original, which, you know, it's been done, but maybe they can do it right this time, where we have an old Leatherface. If they do it this time, hopefully the actual like timeline will be correct, because of course they're gonna retcon everything, but hopefully they're not like really confused like Texas Chainsaw 3D was, where we have the main character who was apparently there when the house burned down in 1973, and she's still in her 20s, like when the movie clearly takes place in 2013. Like I actually watched one of the featurettes on the Blu-ray of Texas Chainsaw 3D when I was preparing for my video on that film, and one of the producers actually mentions that, yeah, the timeline doesn't make sense, but hopefully nobody will notice. Oh boy. So they knew they fucked up. They knew they fucked up going in, but I don't know why my head keeps fucking up. I don't know what's up with that. Oh god, I gotta fix that. Okay. Let me fix that. Okay, hopefully it's fixed. But yeah, they knew that they fucked up going in, but they still decided to not fix the problem, just the basic timeline problem. Because I think it was originally written by Adam Marcus, I think, to be in the 90s, to take place in the 90s. But the producers were like, hey, it's more marketable if this takes place in the 2010s, so we're gonna just jump it ahead. But yeah, I don't know, it doesn't really work. And that whole plot line, I wasn't into it, but I do notice, I guess a lot of ladies and certain folks do like the Texas Chainsaw 3D take on the family and just the story, where Leatherface is just a lovable guy. Like he's just misunderstood. He can be a good guy. Like, he's done some bad things, but he can still be a good guy. He's an anti-hero. And we have this Heather. We have Heather, and she's, she joins up with him, and, they have this cute family dynamic, essentially, where it's kind of cute. I think it just appeals to folks who like the cuter elements of the potentially cuter interpretations of horror stuff, I guess. I don't quite see the appeal there. I prefer the stuff to be scary. Like, I wouldn't want a happy end. Like, I wouldn't want a version of, like, because there's lots of, like, interpretations of Jamie Lloyd and Michael Myers, and it's like a cute. It could turn out to be, in my fan fiction, a cute uncle and niece relationship, but no, there's not gonna be like a happy outcome. Michael is pure evil. Like, he had like a weird kind of cutesy moment in Halloween 5, but that's it. That's pretty much it. Like, that's it. He's gonna end up wanting to fucking kill his niece, and he did in Halloween Curse of Michael Myers. He eventually did, and he also apparently had his semen inserted into her to create an inbred child. Oh dear Lord. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to re-review that movie this year. Oh god, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to re-review that. Okay, but anyway. Okay, let's find another question. J.A. asked, should they reboot the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series from the end of Chainsaw 2? Okay, well, that would be interesting, I guess, but I feel like, I would just be interested in seeing a Chop Top movie. I would like to finally, because I know that the son of Tobe Hooper was trying to make a Chop Top movie, and he never got to finish it. So that's unfortunate, and I think the right situation made it so he couldn't make it, because I think he just started making the Chop Top movie without securing the rights, and you can't really do that. Because I think MGM I think MGM currently owns the rights to Chop Top, because like Chop Top was introduced in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which they currently own. So it creates this really complicated rights situation where they own the rights to a character that was introduced in the movie that they own, essentially. Where like that's the thing, is that going forward, like, folks who own the rights to the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre can make characters with, like, Leatherface. But if you were to write a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, you would not be able, like, today, you would, even if you loved Chop Top and wanted to put Bill Moseley in the movie, you wouldn't be able to do it, like, unless MGM was somehow involved. And, like, it's never going to be worth it for any low-budget horror movie, usually, unfortunately, to, like, acquire the rights to a character that has a following, a cult following, but that shit costs tons of money. So unfortunately, I feel like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is the last time we'll ever get to see Chop Top. I feel like that's the only reason you would want to make a direct sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, is just to be able to have Chop Top. So yeah, I can't see it, unfortunately, but hopefully someday we'll get to see Chop Top again, because that's what I would like to see. Let's find another motherfucking question. Collins Media Palooza asks, "Hey Doc, was wondering what your thoughts of Kill Bill or any other Tarantino movies. What are your thoughts?" Well, you know, unfortunately, I've only seen the really super popular ones. I need to go through his whole catalog of movies, honestly, because I've seen Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, and I've seen Django Unchained, I've seen Inglourious Bastards, I've seen I've seen pretty much all. I've seen Hateful Eight. I've seen a lot of them. Unfortunately, I have not seen Kill Bill yet, which is really pathetic. I need to see it, and I haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood either. I need to see that too. I need to definitely watch more Tarantino movies for sure. I've been collecting movies, so I'll definitely be collecting his whole filmography and finally see the ones I haven't seen. I also haven't seen Jackie Brown. I haven't seen that one either. I need to catch up. I'm gonna be the first to admit it. I need to catch up. That's for sure. But I do hope. I know Tarantino was rumored for a long time to be directing a Friday the 13th movie. Like, that was a rumor for a while. And apparently he was open to it, so that's what I would like to see. I would definitely love to see what he would do with that, because that would be interesting. Like I don't know. I think if he said that he wanted to do it, like, the right situation would instantaneously just be solved, and he would just be able to make the movie, like, as soon as he wanted to. Like, it's one of those things where, yeah, I'd love to see what that would be like, for sure. I'm gonna have another drink of Fresca, and then I'll read another question. Gotta stay hydrated, especially when you're talking for a long time. Okay, that was satisfying. Oh shit, yes. Chippy's Mittens asks, "Hey Doc, are you and Billy Zane still going steady?" Okay, I know there are lots of rumors about me and Billy Zane. No, we are not an item. I'm tired of hearing all these scandalous rumors, because they're not true. They're absolutely not true. I love the man, but in a platonic way, not in a romantic way. Don't mix things up. But then again, I'd be open to it. I mean, if he asked me, you know, I might give it a shot, but I don't want to pressure him. I don't want to ruin our friendship, me and Billy Zane's friendship. God, oh. Okay, My Videomaker 100 asks, "So why do you love Dusk from the Hex Girls?" Now, if you don't know who Dusk from the Hex Girls is, of course, you should know who the Hex Girls are. They're the cartoon rock band that's from Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. And they've appeared in a few other Scooby-Doo things here and there. And, oh, shit, oh. Oh, God, hopefully you didn't hear that. Oh, God. Hopefully you didn't hear that, dear Lord. Okay. I had the hiccups just now. Oh, God, hopefully they're gone. Okay. But yeah, Dusk is the blonde drummer from the Hex Girls. And yeah, she's the hottest one, honestly. I don't know, I got a thing for blonde goth chicks. There's just something about them, you know? There's just something that you gotta love about a blonde goth chick. Yeah, that's really all I can say. She kind of looks a bit like, I don't know, she kind of looks a little bit like Jennifer Tilly in Bride of Chucky. That's always kind of nice, you know? Yeah, that's great. Gotta love a blonde goth chick. That's all I can say. All right, let's see. Honey Force asked, "Who's the sexiest girl from Scooby-Doo?" Well, again, that's easy. Dusk. You know, you gotta love Dusk. Hell yeah. I know Thorn is popular, but I think it's just because she's like a redhead, and I don't know. Dusk has got it going on. Okay, let's see. Tommy Diaz Milan asked, "Have you met any popular celebs at Spooky Empire?" Christina Ricci I got to meet. Well, I've mentioned Matthew Lillard a lot. That's pretty much the main celebrity. That's the one that's the one I got the closest to when I met him. I also met George Romero, of course, before he passed away, I think less than a year before he passed away, so at least I got to see him in person once. So there's that. That's always nice, because a lot of legendary icons have passed away that I will never get to meet. I never met Wes Craven. He's gone. He's gone forever. Maybe he'll come back in our dreams, but he passed away, so I'll never get to meet him. But it's, you know, I guess that's a cool thing about you know, the conventions, that you get a chance to actually meet these folks. So, you know, that's nice. All right, let's okay, I got a super chat from Tyler Rebick. Which Teen Titan was prettier, Raven or Jinx? Well, you know, Raven. You know, I don't know what's going on with fucking Jinx hair, but I don't feel comfortable talking about these characters. I guess when Raven was introduced, I think she was like 18 in the comics, but I don't know. I think you're talking about the anime style one in the early 2000s. I think she's underage. I don't know if I want to talk about that. Which one is hotter? Okay, hopefully they were all 18 on that show at least. Oh god. All right. But I don't know what the hell was going on with Jinx's hair, like with the weird fucking Flintstones looking haircut. Like, come on, I don't know about that. Let's see. Let me find another question. Okay, let me catch up on... Oh wait, Byron Gardner has a super chat. Hey Doc, Matthew Lillard may be cool and all, but what about the one true Shaggy, Casey Kasem? Well, I mean, I didn't get to meet him, but yeah, he's the best Shaggy voice for sure. But you know, if I'm gonna have a Shaggy voice today, it's gonna be Matthew Lillard, because you know he's alive. But you know, there's been some good Shaggy voices, but I don't know. I feel like Matthew Lillard has managed to stick. Like, I wouldn't really want another voice actor while Matthew Lillard is still around. Yeah, I mean, it would really be bad if Matthew Lillard was permanently replaced as Shaggy, because he was temporarily replaced as Shaggy for Scoob. But you know, it happens, and Will Forte isn't going to be sticking around as Shaggy. I don't think so. Hopefully not. That would really suck. Hopefully they don't just replace all the fucking voices that are currently there. Then again, I wouldn't mind if they replaced Kate Micucci, or whatever her last name is pronounced. I don't know how her last name is pronounced, but I'm not a big fan of her Velma voice. She kind of throws the whole everything else out of whack, because it's one of those things where you listen to Grey Griffin as Daphne, and yeah, that's Daphne's voice for 20 years, and it's pretty close to the classic Daphne voices. And of course, Frank Welker has always been Fred, except in a few occasions when they got somebody else. And yeah, I wouldn't really want to. It just felt weird because it's not like Velma's voice actor before passed away or anything. Like, she's still alive. It just felt so weird to just replace her arbitrarily. And I don't know, I feel like the Kate Micucci voice, it just sounds, I don't know, it just sounds like it sounds like a woman doing an Urkel impression. Like, it's not really a Velma voice. Like, it just doesn't really sound right to me. But I think some people like the voice, so it's whatever. It's whatever. Ethan Hart has a super chat. Thank you. Doc, what do you think the odds are of Scream Factory doing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre box set like the one they did for Friday the 13th last fall? The odds would be low, but I definitely would like it. I think the problem with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series is that the rights situation is so complicated because if we go through it, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'm not sure who owns. I think that's owned by the original rights holders, and they just license it out to different studios like a horror, and they make however many they can while they still have the license. So the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is owned by, I believe, the original financiers, the people who bought the original distribution rights, and they just license it out. But then Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, I think, is currently owned by MGM. Then you have Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 through Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 through the beginning, which are owned by Warner Brothers. Then you have Texas Chainsaw Massacre Next Generation, which is owned by Sony currently. You have the Lionsgate Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies where they rebooted it. You have the current one that's being made by Legendary. It's a complicated rights situation where you have to acquire the rights from all these different huge companies. So it's not likely. So I think the best you can do is just get them individually, unfortunately, like I did. I got them all individually last year, so on Blu-ray. So yeah, and just get the best versions possible, and that's pretty much it. I would love a box set, but I don't think that's going to happen. I feel like the more likely thing is the Nightmare on Elm Street series, which are owned entirely by Warner Brothers, and their current Blu-ray set is terrible. So the only reason why they haven't made a Nightmare on Elm Street set yet is probably just because the current set is still in print, and it's only like $30. So it would definitely have to be a premium set from Scream Factory to warrant the price that has like really great new special features, because it's hard to warrant a new box set for Nightmare on Elm Street just to have like good packaging and nothing else. I guess maybe they can hopefully have even better transfers of all the movies, but I don't see it happening necessarily for Texas Chainsaw Massacre though. Tyler Rebick has a super chat. Doc, can I reference your show in my horror novel? Of course you can. Feel free. Definitely, any references to me in real life or in the fiction, I'm open to. Actually, someone showed me a clip from a direct-to-video horror movie that's on Amazon. I can't remember what the movie is, but like there was a character who lists a whole bunch of horror hosts at one point in the film in dialogue, and they reference like Elvira and a few other horror hosts, and one of the horror hosts that they mention is Wolfula, but they say Wolfula. I think they mispronounced the name, but I think that's a reference to me. They just didn't include the doctor part. I think so, because it seems like a random thing, because it might just be like it's possible that it is just someone just thinking the name Wolfula, and that's like a horror host name, and they didn't look up if I existed or not. Because the movie came out like a few years after I'd been making videos, so it'd be interesting if that was actually a reference. Though it's up in the air. It's up in the air. Oh, man. I would love it if it was a reference. And Christina Suarez gave me a super chat donation. Thank you, Christina. All right. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate all the support I've got in this stream. Damn. definitely gonna be making the Gulag vids and all the other vids, especially the Old Myers House review and the reading. A lot easier to make happen. Okay, let's see. Let's find another question. All right. Let me see. Nathan Strong asked, "Are there any plans for this year?" Okay, wait. Nathan Strong asked. Oh wait, shit. Okay, Nathan Strong asked, "Are there any big plans for this year coming out of the shitfest that was 2020?" Well, I mean, there's gonna be. I'm gonna have Universal Horror Month in the summer, so there's that. I'm gonna cover some more Universal classic movies, and I'm gonna continue October covering the Halloween series this year, of course. And of course the Gulag is launching. There's gonna be that, the new channel, the new Goulash channel, which is nearly at 3,000 subscribers last time I checked. Maybe it's at 3,000 subscribers now. Hopefully it is, or else Goulash will be punished severely. But yeah, there's some stuff planned, some big stuff. I'm still trying to figure out what like the spring event will be on the channel, because I'm trying to have like an event every season. So I had Dejuary in the winter. I don't know. I did say I would maybe do in spring. I'd maybe do a Stephen King month. I could still do that, but I'm still thinking about it. But maybe I'll do that. But yeah, in summer I'll do more Universal horror movies, and I'll also in October, you'll get some slasher movies. Okay, let's catch up on these super chats now. Mechasaurus has a super chat. "Do you agree with the fanboys that Mystery Inc. is the best Scooby-Doo? Also, will you do other Scooby stuff after the original?" Okay, well, I do think Mystery Incorporated is the second best Scooby-Doo show. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed what they did with the concept. They kind of kept it true to the original formula, but just added like more character development and storylines and everything too. So yeah, I do like Mystery Incorporated. I do recommend it. It's on Netflix. It's definitely a good show to binge. It's like a Twin Peaks style Scooby-Doo show. So yeah, it's good. It's definitely good. And after all of the original Scooby-Doo episodes are reviewed on this channel, there will be a retrospective review of new Scooby-Doo movies, and possibly also individual reviews of each episode. I guess we'll see if that's possible, but I don't think there will be individual episode reviews going forward past the original series. I'm not sure about it. I feel like, there's just so many Scooby-Doo things, it would just go on forever. I think from there, it would just be, just reviewing and going into the making of just the shows in general, and not episode by episode stuff. I think there'd be some really, because it's not like the episode by episode reviews are super popular to begin with the original series, but if you do that with like the more obscure, less loved shows, you're gonna get some really diminishing returns. So I think it'd be best to just do a breakdown in general, because otherwise it's just gonna be going on for fucking eternity. All right. Okay, I got a super chat from. Oh wait, but actually, Matthew Duffy says, "I'm making a movie this year. Maybe I'll name drop Dr. Wolfula. I definitely appreciate it. I'd be fine with it, as long as there isn't a character called Dr. Wolfula that looks exactly like me. I'm fine with it, as long as it's just like a reference, because I'm not giving permission to just use my character just to have him appear and shit. But not that I'm a character, but my intellectual property rights to my my actual, because you could sell intellectual property rights of yourself, and that's why like royalty free, Disney can continually have Mark Hamill show up as Luke Skywalker even after he's dead, because they just own the intellectual property rights to his face forever. So once Mark Hamill has died, they can just continuously have like a CGI Luke Skywalker appear in things forever. It's spooky. It's a spooky future that we're going to be entering. It's scary. Cash Smith has a super chat. Is that Courage the Cowardly Dog meets Scooby-Doo movie still happening, or was that a troll? The announcement was like a year and a half ago. You know, I'm not sure about it. I feel like I won't believe it until I see a trailer for it. It just seems like a strange thing to make a crossover of instead of like just a new Courage the Cowardly Dog show. And I believe the creator of Courage the Cowardly Dog isn't even like aware of it or involved in it. Yeah, I don't see it actually happening, but who knows? Who knows? I guess we'll see. I'd be interested in seeing what it is, I guess. Jordan Taylor has a super chat. Thoughts on a Scooby-Doo series, but Shaggy goes by the Shagster, Velma the V-Meister, Daphne Dino-Mite, and Fred goes by Freddie Prinze Jr. Okay, this is a joke, but I would like to see like a standalone Freddie Prinze Jr. Fred show, like just a gritty series where it's just Fred. He doesn't wear a fucking ascot at any point in the series. It's just Freddie Prinze Jr. He's back out of retirement. He's no longer just Twitch streaming or whatever the fuck he's doing, making cookbooks. No, he's back to play Fred for a 13-episode limited series. And we find out what Fred has been up to. Maybe he's been writing some more books. Fred on Fred, The Many Faces of Me. Like, just, I want to know... I want to know more about his version of Fred. I want to revisit his Fred, finally. I would love it. Alrighty, okay. Tommy Randall with a super chat. Did you know that Robert Englund, John Kassir, and Bill Moseley were on Ninja Turtles 2014? Same episode also had hints of Evil Dead in it. I did not know that. Guess I'll have to look into that, but hell yeah. That's cool. I mean, I know Robert Englund... I know they've done some voice roles, and I know Robert Englund, he played the Riddler on a few episodes of the Batman 2004 cartoon series, which was an interesting choice casting-wise, because he played like a Marilyn Manson-style Riddler. I don't know. Now, this will be the final question I answer, I think. Let me see. Tucker Lee C. asks, Doc, you've said in the past you'd hesitate to collab with another horror YouTube due to your status as a creature clashing with most. What about that guy Sid? Think he'd be up for it? I mean, his videos are on the channel already, so it'd be redundant. But I'm not against a collaboration with a channel at all. I'm totally for it, but it's one of those things where they have to come to me, and it has to be on their YouTube channel, and it has to be where they have like already have a script and an outline figured out, and I just add my parts to it, because I don't want to spend like a ton of time working out like the logistics of a crossover video, especially done remotely and not in person. Like, it feels like it's just too much of a pain in the ass usually. But I've done like crossovers with other channels, and in those cases it's always they have the video figured out and they just want me to add something to it. They want me to add some stuff to it, and I know what the video is, and I know what I need to talk about, and I just add my own sense of humor to it, and it's just it works out great. But yeah, you know, not a lot of channels. I mean, I got asked to do a crossover in somebody's YouTube video today, and if they come to me with a script and a good outline, I'll definitely do it. I'll definitely do most any video. I'll do any crossover as long as you just have something for me to work off of to begin with, because I don't really want to have to like brainstorm a video like from the ground up or anything like that. Like, no, just have something ready for me, and I'll give you what you need, and that's pretty much my approach to crossovers. Just, I'll give you what you need. I usually say yes to crossovers as long as they just know what they need me to do. That's pretty much my motto. But I don't actively seek out crossovers. That's my thing. because you know I don't usually think about like, well, this video would be nice if it had another guy in it besides me saying stuff. So it's one of those. It's just, I don't know. I always say yes if someone asks me to appear in their videos. That's pretty much it. I never think about making my own crossovers is the thing. But Cash Smith has a super chat. Aren't you technically a VTuber with that avatar? Yes. I mean, well, the thing is, I've been doing this before VTubing was a thing. Now it's like a huge trend, and it's kind of bothered me because, you know, I don't know. I feel like I was the one who was, you know, I've been doing this VTubing thing. Apparently that's what they call this, for like two years or so. For a while now. I think over 2 years. You know, I feel like I just haven't been recognized for it. Like, you know, I was doing all the pioneer work for all these other folks who have their cutesy anime avatars, like, and say silly stuff and accidentally say the N-word in the chat. Like, just, where, like, you know, I was the one who was, like, well, I wasn't saying the N-word. I mean, I know the English language. I know not to say that, but I was doing this before all those Japanese VTuber anime people were doing it. So, you know, I feel like I haven't been recognized enough, unfortunately. It sucks, but oh well. Alrighty, now I'm going to be wrapping up this After Dark stream, but before I just go away, I got just going to remind folks that I have a movie night tomorrow night at Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time / 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time of Land of the Dead, George Romero's, well, not final. He made a couple more, but one of his final zombie movies. Going to be having a private stream with that for my channel members and movie night supporters on Patreon. So if you're interested, consider supporting the channel. And also, I gotta give some little shout-outs to my shout-out tier folks on my Patreon. First to the Podmortem Podcast. Their latest episode covers Hellraiser, episode 51. So definitely listen to that and subscribe to their show, because it's a really great horror podcast. And I feel like every episode they just review a different horror movie, and I feel like there's a lot. I feel like I do like the structure of that, where it is kind of like what I do, but in podcast form, and I feel like I think it's definitely worth a listen to if you're looking for another podcast app to check out. And also make sure to subscribe to the Steam Lord on YouTube. Link in the description. He's got all kinds of YouTube poops of Goosebumps and Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, like lots of really, like, and I've appeared in at least one of them, so definitely check that out. But he's a big Tales from the Crypt fan, like Goosebumps fan, and he's a huge part of my community, especially on my Discord server. And I definitely think you should give thanks to him and definitely subscribe to him today. Also, I was asked by a shout-out fella on my Patreon to check out the OccupyProWrestling.com website. He's a huge wrestling fan, and I'm not super into wrestling, but apparently, I mean, this website is really great because he's a huge wrestling fan. So if he's like giving it the green light, if you're a huge wrestling fan too, definitely check it out if you haven't. Pro Wrestling, OccupyProWrestling.com. Link in the description. Also, subscribe to Rooster Montgomery's channel. Link in the description. It's his channel has all kinds of really great B-movie tributes and tributes to stuff like Back to the Future and Ren and Stimpy. So definitely check out his channel and subscribe. And also, this is a weird request, but SuperShag19 just said to message him on Discord at SuperShag19 about like a Dr. Wolfula video game, like just ideas about what you would want to do with a Dr. Wolfula video game. It's a little strange. But I'd like to thank, I can't read that name, it's all purple. I'd like to thank Tucker Lee C for joining the channel memberships. Welcome to Doc's Movie Night. Definitely appreciate the support. Alright, and these are my full shout-out tier folks, giving a little shout-out to them. Thank you guys for all your support. Without it, videos and streams like this wouldn't be possible, and I thank you guys for your kind support. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. If you like this stream, like it, and if you loved it, subscribe for more. I'm assuming you're subscribed, though, and keep in touch with me on social media at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Dr. Wolfula. And again, consider supporting me on Patreon if you can. Every little bit helps, and it helps me get videos out more frequently and do all kinds of different shit, especially having the Gulag coming out soon. But yes, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for just watching and hanging out with me for, how long has it been? Let me see. How long has it been? Yeah, actually, how long has it been? Oh, an hour and 35 minutes. Damn. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me that long. Holy shit. I always, like, these are intended to be just like an hour, but I end up just having a nice time with you guys. So, you know, it's great to have you guys. It's great to chat. It's great to have such great fans who are supportive of me. And, yeah. I will see you guys next month with another one of these streams, but in the meantime, make sure to subscribe to the Gulag. I'll have more videos on this channel, but the next video is going to be the Gulag launch of Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. So if you haven't subscribed to that channel, make sure to, because that's when that's where the next video is going to be, and it's going to be a very special video. We're going to make sure that video is as good as possible. Make sure that this launch is as good as is going to be as smooth as possible. So definitely subscribe if you haven't. All right, Dr. Wolfula finally signing out. My voice is destroyed. See you guys next time.